Hey, happy Memorial Day. For one of my first videos, I think what I want to do is talk about some of my favorite war movies since it's Memorial Day. Some of the guidelines I kind of went through, they had to be in my collection, number one, obviously. And then I disqualified anything that was like comedy or that took wars into kind of a fantasy realm, like for example Inglourious Bastards changes history obviously for the purposes of the movie, so that is not included. First up, Blu-rays. We're going to start off with Oliver Stone's Platoon, good Vietnam flick. Follow that up with another Vietnam flick, Full Metal Jacket, Kubrick. Now, I'm in the camp that thinks the first half of this movie is genius. The second half is just pretty good. I kind of lose interest after the basic training stuff, but you know, obviously, great movie. Next, we go to World War II with The Dirty Dozen. This is a recent pickup from Walmart, $7.88. Next, we have again World War II, The Longest Day. This movie has pretty much every classic actor you can think of: John Wayne, Robert Ryan, Robert Mitchum, the list goes on. Really good World War II movie, and the black and white photography on Blu-ray looks fantastic on this transfer. In more recent times, The Hurt Locker, set in Iraq, of course. Really good movie, very tense. Okay, now let's look at some DVDs that I have in my collection. You can't talk about World War II movies without John Wayne. Of course, we already talked about The Longest Day on Blu-ray. He's in that. He's also in Back to Bataan. This is a really good World War II movie set in the Philippines. I'm trying to remember the director, Edward Dmytryk, who I've liked everything I've seen of his. So that's worth checking out. Alright, this next movie doesn't actually take place during the war, it takes place after World War II, but I have to mention it because this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's William Wyler's Best Years of Our Lives. It's about three World War II vets coming home from World War II, and you follow their lives when they get back trying to readjust. And this is pretty heavy stuff for the time. Really good movie if you haven't seen it, and if you're wanting to dip your toe in the classic movies, this is a movie I would definitely recommend. Okay, this next movie doesn't take place during a war, but it does involve soldiers and conflict, and that's Black Hawk Down, Ridley Scott's movie. If you haven't seen this movie, it's very good. There's a lot of actors in this that at the time weren't necessarily big, but later became really big. So it's interesting, if not just for the movie, which is great, but it's kind of fun to see those actors in their early roles. I think Orlando Bloom has a small part. Eric Bana has a really cool part. Many more. Back to the Duke in Harm's Way. This is a really good movie with him and Kirk Douglas. And this is a movie that really has some heavy stuff in it that's really interesting to watch. So, In Harm's Way, definitely recommend. Of course, you can't talk about World War II movies without Saving Private Ryan. Don't need to say anything about that. I think you know why that's on the list. Alright, the weather started to get a little iffy outside, so I decided to do the rest of these, which there's just a couple in my truck, out of the rain, in case it's about to rain, which it looks like it is. And I didn't rank these, but I do consider the one I'm leading up to be kind of the best example of not only showing war, but showing the sacrifices made during war. Before I get to that, though, I want to talk about this DVD as kind of a companion piece to what I'm leading up to, and that's the movie Battleground. This was a blind buy for me from Big Lots for $3 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. It's a really good movie. It's a William Wellman movie. It got me interested in seeing other movies he's done. So, keeping that in mind, and it looks like the sun's just popping out just in time for the final of my favorite World War II movies. I hope there isn't a glare, but it is Band of Brothers. This is the Blu-ray set in the nice little tin. What's great about this is you've got some interviews that kind of bookend the episodes, and you have to have a heart of stone if you don't kind of well up a little bit when some of these guys start to break down as they're talking about some of the things they went through. And these are, obviously older guys that are tough as nails, but they'll break down when they start talking about some of these things. And for some of these guys, they've kind of kept it to themselves for years until this miniseries came out. It was really good. I didn't do the whole thing, but I wasn't that impressed with the Pacific, which was the follow-up to this. I think I only did 3 episodes, and I wasn't digging it, and I kind of waited it out to see if I heard good things afterwards, and I never really did. But if you saw the Pacific and liked it, let me know. Tell me why. Tell me if I should see it, or if I should just keep avoiding it, which I have. Hope you enjoy it. Any soldiers out there might be watching this, thank you for your service. Same with veterans. And for those of you still serving, stay safe.